Hey buddy, it's Victor. It's time to another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weeks are going off to a good start here. We're waiting for another video to cross over 3,000 likes as we come off of the weekend lull, but I know that we're going to be picking it up, especially after that greed run, because I know it's been a while since we've had a greed run, and it's just a lot of fun to do a greed run. I think it's the most time I've ever said green run or greed run in like consecutive sentences or one run-on sentence in like ever. So here's your screenshot of the day sent in by Tempest Manticore. Title of the thread was double death certificate, what to do, question mark. And they also said didn't know what to do with myself. Also, that face is the stuff of nightmares. Yeah, it really actually is. I can't even like decide on what that is other than I think I see Maw of the Void and maybe either it's Black Judas or Horror Babylon or something. I don't know. But in terms of like what I would do in that situation, I mean, obviously I can't see all of the items there, but you know, you got to go with your standard. Get yourself a Magic Mush, get yourself a Polyphemus, Sacred Heart, something like that that's going to help you out with damage, and then after that move on to whatever stat that you need, or possibly go for Libra. C-Day is going to be Echo Tango Zulu Alpha Hotel 9 Sierra 4. Another thing that you could do in that situation is just go for Rock Bottom and Binge Eater and then just go to town in the chest. But I had a feeling that like with the amount of HP that Tempest Manticore had, and plus they're already in the chest, probably didn't need any help on that run in the first place. But it's still very lucky either way. We've got good tiers and kind of good shot speed. I mean, 1.25 is on point. This lack of movement speed is a little bit worrying, but I do love our range thanks to our shot speed. Again, this is kind of like the illusion, like it's mostly shot speed that we're looking at here, and not actually our range stat, because our range is only 7.58, which is not phenomenal. We also start off here with Nancy Bombs. So Nancy Bombs, as you may remember, is going to give us random bomb upgrades, and sometimes they can be good, sometimes they can be bad, especially if you get scatter bombs or a really ill-timed or ill-placed Bomber Boy bomb. It could be very, very nasty. And of course, Dad's Key is just going to open up doors for us, including the Golden Door. Dad's Key can open up like boss trap rooms, mob trap rooms, and you can even get into and out of the secret rooms if you need to. Yeah, so I had a feeling that the super secret room might be north of here, but at least it doesn't cost us a bomb to figure it out, which is kind of nice in a way, in a very roundabout sort of way. It frees us up. I'm not going to open this up yet because it may be a devil deal. It freezes up to use bombs against the boss if we happen to have lack of stats and whatnot. So we do have six cents, and honestly, going after PH Dizzle here is perfectly fine with me, especially with those 2 pills that we just got done getting. Let's go ahead and grab PH Dizzle here. Now, one thing that we are going to be looking for with PhD, other than, of course, the standard usual tiers upgrade, movement speed upgrade, is, of course, going to be HP upgrades early on. It would be very nice. I'm drowsy and... All right, well, at the very least, we can use I'm drowsy against the boss, whoever it is. We should complete the meme here and also just go for the full clear. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So at the time of this recording, I did get the new bed delivered, and I've not had a chance to sleep on it yet. I will report back tomorrow when I actually have slept. I'm not gonna lie, this was recorded during the weekend because I had Papa Victa's birthday on Saturday, and then we also did like a family birthday on Friday, and then the friends and family birthday is Saturday. Which has not happened yet at the time of this recording. So I'm a little, and I'm just like, honestly, I'm going to use this time to kind of like, just kind of decompress a little bit, because today was a very, very, very long and rough day for me. I got about 3 hours of sleep because I had to be up to greet the delivery drivers, and they had to break down the old bed and install the new one, that sort of thing. And they gave me a window from 12 to 3, and I was like, you know, right now I'm on the late schedule, as I was talking about yesterday or day before. And so like right now I'm going to bed at like roughly 7:30, 8 a.m. And I woke up at about 11:50 because I was like, all right, I need to be up because just my luck. If I go to bed and just say, oh, screw it, I'll sleep until like 2:30 or something, they're gonna come here at 12 and then have to reschedule the delivery because I wasn't answering the door. Get a luck upgrade for our troubles there. So, of course, they didn't arrive until the very end of the window, which means I could have actually slept instead of 3 hours, could have slept about 6.5, which I would have been a much better person and different person today for the stream, and also just in general, I would have actually gotten some stuff done. So I'm currently working off of 3 hours total of sleep right now, or lack thereof. At the time of this recording, it's 2:17. So your boy is kind of exhausted, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit apprehensive about sleeping tonight because like it's such a big change to go from one bed that you've been in, even if that bed has been crap and has been hurting your back this entire time. Like we probably should have bought restock and then bought the pills, but whatever. It's for me, like you all know, for those of you who've been watching me for a long time now, you know that I've struggled with sleep, and it's gotten to the point where lately it's been really good. But something big like this is definitely the catalyst for me to be like, oh no, a little bit of a regression time. So I am a little nervous about sleeping tonight, just because it is a big change. The bed is comfortable. It's a good bed, and it's just a different scenario. Like it's a total game changer in terms of like night and day. For changing a bed, and everything is already in my mind like such a delicate balance whenever I try to sleep that if anything throws it off, I'm like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Am I not sleeping because I'm not tired? Am I overthinking it? It's like, what's the deal here? So I decided to record an Isaac run just because I'm like, yeah, I'm sleepy, but I'm not ready to go to bed yet. I was like, let me get this run done, and then I'll probably be tired enough to attempt to sleep. And I'm hoping that I'm able to. So thank you for being there for me, Mosh Pit. Secret room could be there. I'm going to use the dad's key to get into the boss trap room and get a much needed, well, not really much needed, but a much appreciated tears upgrade. And we are going to get a full charge on dad's key after doing this boss room, which means that we can also go into the secret room like that. Well, I didn't mean to bomb the secret room open, but there you go. So yeah, dad's key definitely being a big time player here, helping us save our bombs for offense when we have 2.97 damage, but still early. We haven't gotten our devil deal yet, and it's a Monday, so not the greatest there, but that's okay. No, we didn't go in the secret. I just realized we didn't go in the item room. Well, let's fix that. And we get Spoon Bender. Oh my goodness. I'll happily take this. So we go into last week's question of the episode here from Bacon7619, who said, question of the day. My question for Sinvicta is, when something happens in a run and you say that you'll have to go back and look at the footage, do you actually go back and look? I never see any updates. Yes, I do. The only reason why I don't see any updates is because I usually just go back and look for myself. If I remember to be like, hey, let everyone know, did you actually get hit there, or was that spikes or something? It usually was the most obvious, but I also kind of assume that if people really, really want to know, they could simply just pause the video and just rewind it. You don't need to, you don't need me to confirm anything. You know what? Curse stream, you can have it. I don't care. I will take Bloody Gust though. Pretty much only when it comes to mind is when I go back and be like, oh yeah, so by the way. And every now and then I'll occasionally update, but for the most part I just assume that people are just going to pause the video or rewind it. That's something that the Mosh Pit, that you all fine folks here get to kind of go through, and that's an advantage for you. You don't have to wait for updates. You can just simply roll it back a couple seconds, and there you go. You know what happens before I will, and that's crazy because I'm the one recording it. Secret room should be south of there, and it is. We got to be careful with the bomb flies, though. And Spoonbender is actually making it a little bit difficult here to keep track of which bomb flies we've hit and which ones we haven't, and also how often we've hit them, which is just as important as knowing which targets you've hit. Get a Bomba and Yabe, and we get an HP up, or a extra life here, which is good. So in case if something bad happens, we at least have a little bit of a safety net. But we're still looking for the item room, and we get Lust instead. So if we had a charge on Dad's key, whoa, careful now. If we had a charge on Dad's key, we would be able to get out of that room without fighting Lust if we really didn't want to. I'm going to go to the cursed room. The only reason why I didn't come to the cursed room immediately is because it's a possibility that the secret room could be located off of it. But now that I know that it's not, then, you know, we got to kind of bite the bullet. And we didn't cost us anything, but we also didn't gain anything. It cost us some time. That's about it. But if we do take damage, like going in and out of curse rooms, we at least can get a movement speed upgrade and a tears upgrade from Bloody Gust, which is very nice. That's very nice. That's nice. I don't do a very good James A. Janice impersonation. Buddy James. If you ever wanted to see me and James and Mike play Sea of Thieves, well, there's only one video of it, but it is an epic showdown. epic showdown. That was our go-to game, man. We used to play like late nights on Sea of Thieves, just us three. If we didn't have Spoonbender, man. If we didn't have Spoonbender, Ipecac would be an absolute automatic pick, but we just can't. Spoonbender basically ruins Ipecac, and that's unfortunate because we really need the damage. The problem has to do with Ipecac's, the mechanics of Ipecac. It's not necessarily the explosions, although the explosions are kind of the problem, but the root cause of issue here is going to be Ipecac flying in the air and then not letting us kind of like know where the shot is, especially if our shot speed is getting higher and higher. And the potential of self-inflicted damage is way too high for it. See forever, range up. We are going to get some range ups, but there we go. There's the big mama. We got some tears ups. See forever. We can actually hold on to that to the next floor. That's fine. And we're going to use Dad's key to get in here, which is going to give us first justice card. Okay. I don't know why I'm dropping it in here. It doesn't really matter. And we get a Perthro rune and a reverse fool card. Huh. Okay. So the Perthro reverse fool allows us to create a guaranteed item room in the secret room, which we can then re-roll. Because the reverse fool card is going to make Isaac drop everything that he's holding on to, including hearts. But the problem is that we don't have enough money to make the quarter, and we also don't have enough bombs to make Mr. Boom. So we wouldn't be able to do really anything with that right now. I'm just saying it's something that is a possibility. Now, if we ended up having more than 25 cents, we absolutely could make the quarter, drop it in the secret room, and then use the Perthro rune to maybe get a secret room item or 2 or 3 or 10. Got the charm on Bambino here. And he picked up the penny from Nancy bombs for some reason. I mean, I know why, but kind of hate that he got a little bit of a... We kind of needed that penny there, Bumbo. Roid Rage is going to give us a much needed movement speed upgrade. We get money equals power. And Book of Belial. I'm actually going to re-roll these now. I know that some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, re-rolling money equals power is wild. I would argue that we're probably going to be on low life for a majority, or low money for a majority of this run. We didn't end up taking restock, which is fine. I wouldn't mind getting. I like how we could have used the Empress card, just didn't. It's okay. I'm gonna hold on to. Yeah, we'll hold on to the Fool. Maybe we can make something interesting happen. You see there, you may have noticed that our stats went down. That's because we lost the bonus that we had from Bloody Gust. Gonna use it here. We could go in the curse room now, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that shield came up at 40, which means that the next one won't be here till 20. So if I really, really, really wanted to, I could just wait. I could have left those spiders alive and just dodge to get out of there for half price or for free, basically. But I'm not gonna wait that long. The reason why I'm doing that right now is just because I want to see if the secret room is adjacent to this, and it is. So if we can somehow muster up 6 more bombs and 14 more cents, that would at least give us the ability to create 2 item pedestals in any room that we want. And then we'd be able to maybe reroll it in the secret room. Obviously, the dream would be just to simply find a secret room with a reroll pedestal, but that is a far, far reach, my friends. Okay, so this is a calculated risk. Not really a risk, but we lose the flying from Empty Vessel. And that's because I'm assuming that we're going to get a double deal either on this floor or the next floor, I hope. Bold of me to assume so, I know, game. We can save the key here by just clearing one more room. Yeah, we take Mysterious Liquid all day, every day. Mysterious Liquid's going to give us a creep pool at the base of our shots whenever they land on something. And we can get into this another boss trap room here. Again, this is really showing the value of Dad's Key, allowing us to get into places that we normally couldn't get into unless we were at low life, which, screw that, we're going right in. Speaking of HP, there we go. We just have to be careful from, yeah, the scatter bombs. That was not, I had no idea that was a scatter bomb. But it did do a lot of damage, so. Double Polycephalus. Get health up there, so we know that health up and tears ups are in the pool. I'm going to stick with Dad's Key. I think that Dad's Key is doing a good job for us right now. And we can at least go down to Empty Vessel territory again. This also is going to buff our tears rate and movement speed for the boss. Thanks to Bloody Gust. And now we have our over 25 cents goal. So we will be able to make a guaranteed item pedestal should we need to with the Reverse Fool card. Look at our tears right here, just a machine gun. Problem is that this machine gun's firing wiffle balls right now because we do not do a lot of damage. And this is definitely the time where our damage needs to start scaling pretty badly. We have Empty Vessel, so again, that's a little benefit there to that Temperance Machine. We're just going to bully Rag Mega here. At least attempt to with wiffle balls. We do get a damage upgrade, so I'll take that. A little bit of a misplay there. I should have at least gone back and opened up that golden chest since we had flying. It did kind of occur to me as I was transitioning through the floor. I'm just super stoked that we have a damage upgrade. We get an Emperor card. I'm gonna rip this Emperor card now. So that didn't do any damage. Then 3% here against the Sisters Vis. And we have predictably failed the Devil Deal. For the Super Secret room, I'm just going to reset this room here. Okay. Get a golden bomb, which is going to allow us to use unlimited Nancy bombs, which is nice. Because if we really, really, and I mean really needed to, we could make some interesting things happen with just laying bombs left and right and just start farming items and pickups and stuff. Now, am I going to do that? No. Why? Because we don't need to. But if this were a crawl situation, you know, then I would be forced to adapt. Gotta be like Bear Grylls and try to adapt, but without, like, you know, the whole human waste drinking and eating. That was like, I don't know, man. Like, I get like the shock value that Man vs. Wild presented people, but I was like, come on, dude. Like, it wasn't, it's not, for me, it's not entertaining to watch him eat all the gross stuff. He's like, oh, here's a camel spider. Let's just go ahead and chomp on this real quick. I'm like, no, I don't care. Like, just call, like, say what it is. Like, I'm going to die. I will die before I'll eat a camel spider, you know? Like, I don't know. There's something about eating a whole freaking insect where I'm just like, I guess, like, since I've never been in a survival situation that I never had to, and thank God that I've never had to be in that situation, because man, I wouldn't make it. Just knock me out. It's done. Just punch my ticket. I mean, I've eaten raw fish before, and I'm not talking about sushi. Like, I've eaten raw fish, and it's not bad, but there's a difference, like eating a minnow on a dare versus, like, you know, hey, here's a still alive camel spider. Ugh. No, thank you. I'm good. So what the world is this map here? This looks like that new Pokemon. Well, it's not new. It's a new Pokemon to me. It's Tapu Bulu. The new Pokemon set just came out in Japan called Night Wanderer, and there's apparently a legendary Pokemon there from Sun and Moon, which I don't remember at all, named Tapu Bulu. And Tapu Bulu has another card, or has a card. I've never even seen this Pokemon, let alone seen a card featuring it. So I was very surprised to find out that it was in Sun and Moon, because I played a lot of Sun and Moon, and I enjoyed that game. I was straight up shocked to find out that it had been there since Sun and Moon. I was like, oh, look, they're making new Sun and Moon mobs. That's neat. Come to find out, it's like one of the legendaries. I mean, I remember Tapu Koko. I remember Tapu Lele. Tapu Fini. I remember those. I do not remember Tapu Bulu, whatever the heck its name is. So that was an eye-opening experience for me. But now, like, with Pokemon, like, they've got just some dumb, and I mean dumb Pokemon. Like, there's a new Pokemon, I kid you not, when I said it, I literally cannot unsee it now, and chat was irritated. Not irritated, they were just like, come on, man, with me whenever I pointed out the fact that this one really, I just think it's a dumb Pokemon to begin with. Pokemon, its name is Monkey Dory. Oh, we don't want to look Chad. And it's just a monkey. It's just like an ape. That's all it is. Like, man, come on, Pokemon. You can do better than this. Come on. This is the same company that gave us Rayquaza. Now we're sitting here looking at Monkey Dory. So, but that's not the part that people are like, come on, man. There is no part of me in any way, shape, or form that looks at that Pokemon's design and is not convinced that whoever designed it was not like a huge Simpsons fan, because it looks exactly like Homer Simpson. You can't look at that one and tell me that it doesn't. It even has like the sort of like balding look on it on its head, and then like the Homer like sort of like half beard, half goatee thing that he's got going on. And so people in my chat were like, "Oh my gosh." They're like, "Damn it." Like, look, I can't unsee it. Literally looks like Homer. I like Monkey Dory, and then like there's another one named Okidogi, which is a giant, and I mean a large giant bear, or bear dog or something. It's something, but I don't know. I'm just not convinced. Like I'll be happy when the Scarlet and Violet era is over. I know that some people really like the Scarlet and Violet era, and that's cool. I respect that, but I think it might be my least favorite. Said like probably every modern Pokemon fan ever about the newest generation. You know, it's just like Star Wars fans, man. Like it's, I mean, all fandoms are the same. Okay, I did not move at all there, so I don't know how we managed to get rung up for that second Bone Heart, but I'm kind of annoyed by it. There's no excuse for us getting hit either, because we have good movement speed now, thanks to Bloody Gust, thanks to me getting hit so much. I'm going to go damage upgrade here. And we get Guppy's Collar and Sinvicta Robes, which I will happily take for both. You see there, it does not allow you into boss rush, unfortunately. I don't want to say, like, all fandoms, even like YouTuber fandoms have like, I mean, like there's always going to be like rotten apples, you know. Someone's going to complain about something. If there's a fandom, there's a complaint to be lodged. And you know, I like for Pokemon, like I haven't watched the anime in I don't know how long. So like I don't really care about like the story elements of it. Oh wow. I just care about the Pokemon. You know, and I love Pokemon's design. I love a lot of their art. There is a very talented artist, and I don't know why they don't hire this guy. I'm gonna actually do kind of a maneuver here, because I actually want to give this person proper credit. He's an extremely talented artist that creates custom Pokemon for people, and like spins a wheel and then figures out like their energy, like their level, you know, like what type they are, like are they normal, are they legendary, are they a split Evo, like all this stuff. I'm gonna find this. I apologize for alt tabbing, but I have to see this, because I want to make sure this person gets props for being just a super talented, really talented artist. I think his name is like Pokedex. It's Pokedex something. I'm looking through my history right now on the other monitor. You can't see it. Yeah, I can't scroll all the way back. Custom Pokemon for you. That's I should have probably just done that. Yeah, Pokedex Fillers is his name. And very, very, very cool YouTuber, extremely talented artist, and also knows a lot about Pokemon. And the Pokemon that he creates with the wheel is some of the most inspired design that Pokemon has seen since probably XY, I would say. And on top of that, what's really cool, and this is what I appreciate, because you know that I'm not a lore guy, but he goes through not only the process of creating a custom Pokemon for people, but then he also gives it like logical backstory and lore, which is really sick. So I appreciate it. And if you haven't checked him out already, go tell him Sinvicta sent you, because his name is Pokedex Filler. It's two words, Pokedex and then Filler. And he is a really, really super talented dude. Should be fillers, not filler, but fillers. Go ahead and skip this. Get this here. You probably, if you ever browse YouTube Shorts and you've ever looked at Pokemon content, you've probably seen them before. But in case you haven't, definitely show them some love for the Mosh Pit, because they are really, really entertaining and impressive videos that I've seen by him. And I usually just see the shorts, the custom Pokemon series. So it's really cool. Once you see one, you're gonna be hooked. I promise. It's my stamp of approval. I'm like, man, someone, I don't know what his background is, so I don't know if he worked for Pokemon or video game design, or is just a really talented artist, but like, man, the Pokemon company should literally hire this guy, because he's really, really talented. As someone who's been surrounded by Pokemon for basically all his life, I can tell you something. I know good Pokemon art when I see it, and this guy makes masterpieces. It's like Alex. Alex makes masterpieces. Shout out to all the artists out there. I love taking care of the artists who take care of me. Just talented people. I'm very, very excited and proud to, and honored to be working with, you know, talented artists in my time here doing something that I feel doesn't require too much talent, which is just recording The Binding of Isaac over and over again. It takes talent to fail a 78%, I tell you what. Now, I don't remember which episode it was. It was a recent episode at the time of recording. Somebody asked me how come I seem to have an aversion to Golden Hearts, and why is that? The truth is that I don't, for Golden Hearts, there's no real reason that I avoid them. It just makes me, feel like I'm losing more than just a half heart. Like, it makes me feel like I'm losing an entire heart in some cases. But it does do the Midas touch effect. I mean, there's really no reason not to take him. It's just one of those weird Sinvicta things where it's just like, I don't know. Like it's the same thing with like Keeper's Head. Like, it makes it feel like I'm dealing less damage. And for some reason, Golden Hearts they make me feel like I'm taking like double damage, you know? Like, in my mind, it kind of gets categorized as like Rotten Hearts. So I think unconsciously I'm like, hey, stay away from this. This is a new Repentance Heart. We don't know what this does. It's going to kill us. Type deal, which obviously is moronic, but I'm letting you know how my brain works, and that is exactly where my brain goes to there. And Money Equals Power would have gone real good here. Should have taken it, but it did give us Empty Vessel, so, you know, side grade right now. Empty Vessel is definitely helping us out more than Money Equals Power would be. Only one away from Guppy, by the way. If we get Guppy, I'll do a victory lap. So the ball's in your court, game. That was me not... So I saw that laser firing, but then, like... there's no reason to go get that other heart. I saw that laser firing, but then it disappeared, so I was like, oh, it's gone. Yeah, but anyway, that's the answer to the question about the Golden Hearts. I think in my mind is that they register the same level of not neededness and danger as a Rotten Heart. And that's the reason why I'm kind of like, it's not worth picking up. Like, you know, what if this one does deal double damage? You know, something like that, you know. It may seem nonsensical, which it is, but it's just how it be. It's just how I roll, dog. We'll say that having Mysterious Liquid here has definitely helped out our DPS, despite us not having incredible damage. That's also the largest Dark Bony I think I've ever seen. A little bit sad we haven't found any more Tears upgrades. Dodge for my life just to get out of that friggin' room. We've already been in the secret room, so I know it's not south of there. This is the biggest shoal I think I've seen in a while. Now this one looks like a Golduck about to do a twirl like while ice skating. Tell me I'm wrong. Like we're on Golduck's like leg, like it's kind of like kicked out, you know. The soul heart up there is like where like the crown is, and like the beak is to the left of it. You see what I'm talking about? Don't lie. Okay, so the super secret room is not in this room. Whatever. Yes, I can take an eternal heart. This doesn't ruin our empty vessel state, but it also gives us an opportunity to get an extra devil deal item on the next floor. Also, apparently we picked up golden bombs. I didn't realize it. I'm gonna use that to the fullest here. Brimstone bomb. What? Where did this foot come from all of a sudden, game? All right. So remember when I was talking about having to go to the tapes? That's definitely going to be one of them. Other than that, a very smooth run. We do get Guppy, so a deal is a deal. A deal is a deal. I'm gonna hold on to our HP now, just because. Yeah, we have permaflying now. Still kind of mad about that Satan foot. Mark and I have been working on some new music. I know it's been a while since you've heard new Word of Water, but man, I am excited to share with people on Patreon, okay, game, and with people on YouTube as well, like what we've been working on. It's I think it's gonna really impress people. I can see the 120 Mike X-Ray 8 Whiskey 2. No way out of here. But it's been a slow process writing, because like most of it is because of me and not you know, it, like I can pitch Mark a lot of ideas and stuff, but like he is ultimately the one that has to play it. And like I get new inspiration from different songs that I hear, or I'm like, oh man, this like, oh man, like I heard the song on the radio yesterday, like check this one out, and then I have to go find it and stuff. So like I like hearing inspiration like that, and then like transferring it, say, hey, like I like the key that this is in, or I like this riff, like it sounds good, let's do something like that. Also, I totally forgot that we have PhD again, of course. We got Sacred Heart, so who freaking cares at this point? And another thing you have to remember is that we're still just a two-man operation. It's just me and Mark, that's it. We make up the literal majority of the Word of Water. It's just he and I. Now, we kind of ruined our PhD a little bit by taking starter deck, but we also gain a... we gain the ability to hold 2 cards at once instead of 1, so I'm fine with that. And we pretty much got everything we need. Like, we're absolutely set on damage now, thanks to Sacred Heart, and also, of course, Guppy. I mean, we're just going to blow through this run here. But the new music will still be free. I'm still not charging for my music. It'll be available here on YouTube. I know, a lot of people... they still want me to put stuff on Spotify, and I won't be doing that. I don't like Spotify as a platform. There's really no true benefit other than like getting people listening to listening at a more convenient spot for them. And I would rather be in control of everything in terms of like how like distributed, like in terms of monetization. If I end up doing something like, you know, hey, like, you know, we've remixed the second album for the streamer package, so you can download it here, and just, you know, because I don't need I've already got YouTube. It's that YouTube is my distribution platform. You know, I can release it whenever I want. I don't have to worry about someone else, you know, having licensing rights or anything like that. I've got full rights over everything that we ride. So it'll be available on Bandcamp. It'll be available on YouTube for free, of course. If if I were to charge for something, it would be for like a remixed album. And of course, people make charitable contributions on the Bandcamp, which you can find over at sinvicta.bandcamp.com. I don't know how much longer I'll be using Bandcamp though, because it's kind of like a platform that's going downhill in terms of quality, in terms of like revenue sharing and stuff. Like if you give me $1, right? If you're like, hey, thanks for the music, and you go and you do it on Bandcamp, it is like a ridiculous like 50-50 split. It's something stupid. Whereas like I could just have the album for digital download for free, and then like have like I don't know, like a tipping field or something. Say, hey, you know, if you wanted to make a charitable contribution, you can just shoot me some money on PayPal or Venmo or whatever. And I'm, you know, and I have a website now, so I'm in control of all of that. But I am looking forward to it. Like these past couple of months have really reignited my drive to want to get the second album done. And a lot of the tardiness is coming from just how busy I am with, you know, this job, and the Pokemon stuff became, you know, its own thing, which is essentially a second job now. So it's been slow going, but it's starting to pick up steam here. And I look forward to showing everyone the new stuff whenever it comes out. I'm not putting a date on it, but hopefully new tracks before the end of the summer, if not sooner. That's my goal. Should have done that, but we also don't need the steel chest. We also don't really need this bone heart either. I'll take it anyway. A world card. We'll take the world card. I'm also going to take the hermit card because I'm not going to use the reverse Hierophant card. And let's just go check out the item room real fast. Maybe we could take Tooth and Nail, but we need to. You know, again, there's no downside, and this is one of those times where, like, why did you not take Tooth and Nail? There's literally no downside. I don't know. Didn't feel like it. I just simply didn't need it. I was really surprised how many people said that they started Isaac in Repentance, in the Repentance era. Which, I mean, I guess it makes the most sense because now it's the most prolific version of Isaac that exists. But I was really taken back by how many people were saying on Thursday's video, they were talking about how essentially, like, they wish they had known about the way that I recommend new players to do unlocks, which is, of course, is to start on Rebirth, because there's no reason to start on Repentance. The only time that you would ever want to start on Repentance is just if you're trying to challenge yourself and make it difficult on yourself, which is fine. Some people enjoy the difficulty. I mean, people still play Elden Ring and Dark Souls so many years later, and they still just go crazy for it. But for me, like, I'd rather get the job done than do it like, than still come out at the same destination, but had made it way harder on myself. Like, I gain no fulfillment out of doing that. You know, I'll do the hard path if I have to, right? But if there's a way to work smarter, not harder, brother, sister, I'm gonna do it. And that's my recommendation when it comes to Isaac and unlocks, is that you should work smarter, not harder. Especially if you're a new player, especially if you have never played Isaac or watched my videos at all. You need to be doing this starting from the ground up. Start just like how all of us did, with base Repentance, Afterbirth, Afterbirth Plus, and then when you're ready, after you've gotten all those achievements, all those unlocks, then you go over to Repentance. Another 78% fail, by the way. The Curse the Unknown. Somebody said that their girlfriend actually like preferred to do it on Repentance just to prove something to herself that she could, and I totally respect that. Like, I'm not going to besmirch people for finding their own enjoyment. You know, if you enjoy doing things the harder way, then hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. It's just not my boat. My boat's gonna go the path of least resistance, if I can help it. Just out of for the sake of just like, there's no reason. Like, you get nothing different from doing it in Repentance than you do Rebirth, Afterbirth Plus, etc., etc. But go on with your bad self, though. I ain't gonna hate you. I'll respect you for it. Could bomb that the double donation machine, or the double slot machines there, but got some kind of weird looking laser pistol. This looks like a rusty laser pistol or something from Fallout Shelter. I forget what they're called. Plasma pistols. Oh, thank you. Hey, what were you? First Emperor card, sure. I think marbles, maybe we get a chance to swallow the cancer trinket. Fallout Shelter has been fun. Fallout Shelter Online has also been fun. I've been enjoying that more. Oh my goodness. I've been enjoying Fallout Shelter Online more than Fallout Shelter, just because I like the more RPG gacha approach to a game that I already liked, and I still like the regular Shelter. It's just that I cannot stand the time gating stuff. At least in Fallout Shelter Online, there's no time gating. You can just go directly to wherever the heck you want, and none the wiser. I'm gonna take Spear of the Night, even though it doesn't give us anything. Well, it gave us Leviathan, but we gain no benefit out of it because we already have flying. But I wanted to have the Spectral Tears. I just don't feel like being in this room. Probably Tenant Rock in there. There is not. Getting close to that Sinvicta challenge, everybody. If you would like to contribute to it, all you gotta do is click the like button, leave a comment down below. Clicking the like button is the best way to do it. So that's still the best engagement you can have here. I guess we'll take shot speed, not that we really need it. And we've already been in the double deal, so yeah. But comments still help too. I've been seeing more of an uptick in people asking questions of the day. People actually upvoting stuff. I don't know how we were in range of that, but so thank you very much for that. I do find it humorous that the term engagement farming has now reached the common vernacular of people who aren't, or at least didn't start out on YouTube or like in new media. I do find it quite funny. Like, you hear it now on like the news and stuff. Like, the mainstream media has now found out about engagement farming. It's like, oh gosh. I took a golden heart. Yeah, brother, that's... The Glitch Crown's a little too high for me. I will take the Curved Horn, however, because we did swallow the Cancer Trinket thanks to marbles. I still haven't got rid of this stupid cough either. Had a lot of people come back and resub or keep their subscriptions from the subathon. Members of the YouTube Mosh Pit who went over to the Twitch Mosh Pit for the subathon this birthday. Lots of people have been renewing their subs, and thank you all who do that very much. It makes a huge difference. And, you know, that people saw the generosity and just the awesomeness of the Mosh Pit and just felt compelled to stay. And I'm like, you know, I don't have the biggest audience out in the world, but I am blessed with a very loyal, very kind and generous community that, you know, wants only the best for me. And that's way, way more than 99% of the people in this world get. And, you know, in the mosh pits, we've developed a reputation over the years for being a very awesome and chill community. I mean, heck, it was even in my write-up of when I joined SideQuest, my agency. They made specific mention about the mosh pit, and in the write-up, I don't think it's there anymore. So this is just gonna be fun. Drop 12 bombs on Loki. Okay. Yep. I think, yeah, we're already capped out on tiers. I will take Morse and Victor robes though. But you know, when that kind of recognition happens, like I feel proud, mainly for just being able to be a part of it. Like I created the community, obviously. And you know, and like I had my role to play, but like I'm always proud to be a member of this. And it never stops being amazing to me. Even when, like, you know, I'm like, hey guys and gals, like I'm not really feeling like doing long Isaac episodes. I hope you understand. It's getting to the point now where, like, I don't even have to really explain anymore. People are like, dude, that's fine. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. And that level of freedom as a creator is really, really, really relieving. Because I know that, like, I can, like, actually, like, take time to be like, you know what, I just need a chill day today on stream, or I need a little bit of a break from Isaac because it's starting to wear on me a little bit. And full knowing that, like, I have the support of the people who always watch the videos anyway. Like, that's a powerful, powerful, powerful thing to have. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing as long as you keep doing what you're doing. How about that? As our lifelong pact, as our bond. And my employee Mark, who also is Mark as in the band. I do pay him though. I pay him for the Pokemon stuff because the business wouldn't run without him. I mean, I am very, very much appreciative of Mark's help. You know, when he's over here doing Pokemon stuff on Twitch, he's like, dude, like he'll see the sub trains and he'll see like people gifting other people subs, or even going so far as like giving other people their Pokemon cards that they spent their hard-earned money on just because someone said they needed like this Sylveon for the collection, or they really, really just want this Cubone, you know, and that sort of stuff always impresses Mark because he's not an online guy. You know, he's got his family. He is very entrenched in the real world, the offline world, and he's always like, man, that's so awesome that you have people that are just willing to do that. Yeah, we have people like Greg, for example. Greg bought bought his youngest daughter packs of Pokemon cards just because she was here, and it made her day. Like, that's just the type of people that exist in the mosh pit. And outsiders don't come here and like try to take advantage of that. They don't say something like, "Oh, hey, buy me some Pokemon cards." You know, they're just like, "Wow, that is really cool." You know what I mean? Like they're genuinely surprised that people do that. And the most surprising thing about all this is that is how unsurprising it is to me, just because I've been here since the beginning, obviously. But I always feel proud, and I'm always really, really happy whenever stuff like that happens, because it gets to show people like how lucky I am in the community that I've built, and just how strong we are as a group of people who just like the same things. Well, like Isaac, you all like my videos. I like making the videos. You know, I like Pokemon. Not everyone likes Pokemon, and that's cool. I understand it. It's not everyone's jam, but having the ability to be free to be like, you know, I'm not going to play Isaac today. I'm just going to do Pokemon. People are like, cool, let's watch it. Like, I love watching your Pokemon breaks, even though I'm here for Isaac. Yeah, we'll go fight Delirium. That is a level of freedom that, again, in this day and age, not a lot of content creators have, even the big ones. Now, obviously, it would be a little bit different here on YouTube if I started replacing Isaac content with Pokemon stuff, but you know, that's another common question that I receive a lot. They're like, you know, are you ever going to stop Isaac? The answer is no. I'd have to be a fool to stop Isaac. Isaac has been my bread and butter of content since, you know, for 10 years now, going on 10 years. I don't know how we took damage in here. Again, that's going to have to be something that the replay booth is going to have to show me. Because Bloat never fired, at least not by my count. And we didn't touch him, so I don't know. That's a common question people will ask me, is just like, are you ever going to stop playing Isaac? When do you think that'd be? And the answer is never. Okay, Curse the Maze. You need to chill, bro. I'll stop playing Isaac when I can no longer play Isaac. Or if it starts getting like just too unfun for me. You know, I've got nothing else to prove, and I never tried to prove anything in this game. You know, I never tried to be a world record holder of anything. I never tried to prove like how good I am or anything at the game. I just played the game. It's a game that's genuinely always been fun for me, and it just so happened to be a game that basically was turned into a career. God, I didn't realize that was... What is shooting at us? Because it's not Bumbino. That was the regular Bumbino. Trying to maintain Crown of Light here. So either way, not to get too sappy or appreciative or preachy, but just know that I do respect people's time that they give me and allowing me to do this as like a career. And when there's so many other different things that like other jobs that I've had, and you all are cool. You all right, Mosh Pit. You all right. So thank you for watching, everyone. Got ourselves a Delirium kill there. A little bit of a surprise since usually it just shuts down after Mega Stand, but that was a great run. I enjoyed it, and hopefully you did too. If you did, make sure you click that like button like we were talking about earlier. Leave a comment down below. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Langwart, Taz Bryant, and Sean Cooper. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.